Hey guys, Viggoman here and welcome back. Today we are somewhere that we've been waiting to come back to for such a long time. We are in Crasburg once again. It's been probably way too long, I know, but I'm so glad that you guys still seem to be inspired for this place. I keep getting comments on every single video. Hey Viggo, where's Crasburg? Well, here it is. I do want to continue this project. I've never given up on it. It's just such a big task to complete this, and there's so many buildings to fill in that I just need to take a break from time to time just to do something different, get my inspiration flowing, and learn some new styles. And I often tend to learn something from a new style and bring that back to Crasburg, which then eventually will make the Crasburg city looking even better. But before we get on with the rest of the video, just a shameless plug here in the beginning. If you enjoyed today's video, please do hit that like button and consider subscribing if you haven't, so you don't miss out on any of my new videos. There's also a link to my Patreon down below if you want to support me even further. You'll get access to my Patreon server to play Minecraft with me and my patrons. And you can also get a link to Skynote if you want your own server, your own Minecraft server. You can get 25% off with the discount code Viggoman. In today's episode, we are working in the north of the southern noble district, I guess. It's kind of in between the port and the richest part of the city, and just filling in some houses that were left behind when we did this area in the past. So there's 4 houses we were filling in today, and just tying stuff together with some landscaping, I guess, or like, yeah, adding some plazas, some wells, and also some small farms for one of the houses here, and just kind of finishing off this entire area in front of the rich part of the city here. We're going to show you on the map so you can kind of get a better idea of how it is. And I'm looking forward to maybe finishing off some smaller parts of the rich area in the upcoming video as well, so we can kind of tie off this entire section of the city, and then we can see where we take it from there. In the past, we have done competitions where you guys are allowed to build something that could potentially win and be a part of the Crasburg series or the Crasburg build. And I think I'm going to do something more of that in the future. So if you have ideas for buildings that would be, or work well, I guess, for building competitions, please do let me know with a comment down below. And who knows, maybe you'll be able to build that and we'll put it in Crasburg in the future. But guys, let me finish off the time-lapse for today, and then we'll take it for a first-person point of view. Starting off here on the street, behind us is the rich part of the city, and in front of us is today's buildings. And I gotta say, that vibe and atmosphere that we have created here is spot on, exactly what I want for Crasburg. It feels so alive, it feels so lived in, and it feels completed in a way. So this is kind of where we are at. So let me open up the map so you guys can see where we are. So right here at my mouse is the 4 houses we have built today. They're all on a diagonal, which was pretty tricky, but you know me, I like that. And then all over here is the richest part of the city. It's pretty big. And then here's the harbor, and then the rest of the city is up here. So once we finish off these bits right here, you can see the outlines. We're done with pretty much the entire northern part, midsection, and southeast part of the city, and it's only this area around the university that is left unfinished, which is pretty cool, and it's really just showing the progression of the city here. So the buildings we have today is these 4, and they're kind of tricky to get a good look at because of the narrow street here, but it just adds a lot, and when you walk up the street it feels like it works. I might have to add some more stuff to the street, in fact, like maybe some barrels, maybe some hanging lanterns, some banners crossing the street. I think that would be kind of cool. Maybe I'll go ahead and do that after the video here. You can see in the back here, this looks awesome. I really like this view here with all this, yeah, wattle and daub kind of buildings. They look pretty nice. And then we have these 2 buildings on the other side here. We have a green one. That's kind of unique. I haven't done many of those, but I feel like it works in a way. And so it stands out a little bit, but that's what we like with Crasburg. It doesn't have to be all the same kind of buildings. We can have some variation. And then we have this one, which is a herbalist. So we have a little bit of a herb farm in the back here. But we'll get to everything. Let's start here. Here we have a little plaza thing with a well. And you can just sit here, just like a small meeting area along the streets. I think it adds a lot and it looks pretty cool in a way. And then we have this first building we built today. This is a locksmith. So it's kind of hard to make that in Minecraft, so you just gotta use your imagination. But here we have a lock. It's a button, but it looks like a lock, kind of. And there's some tools, and he's making and macking on this, and it probably should work in the future. Then in the back here we have this cool like semi-elevation, because the back of the building is raised up a little bit. So we got that here. And then there's this staircase which goes up to the residential area. So here we have a little kitchen and all the jazz you need for that. A little nice view here looking out over the well and the brothel. Maybe not the best view in the world, I don't know. Depends, I guess. And then in the back here we have some areas to sleep. Maybe the parents' bedroom. Something like that. And then there's a ladder going up to the attic here. And here we have 2 beds for kids and stuff like that. And then we also have some storage in the back here for the locksmith perhaps, or just food. I don't know. Could be anything. But yeah, that's the first house. Let's go out this way and we can go in the back of the second one, which is here. And there's a store in the front here, so we'll have to enter them separately. So let's start with the residential part, and then we'll go around and check out the shop part. So in here we have, it's pretty big actually. So we have a kitchen in here. It's small, but it gets the job done. There's like an actual like dining hall or dining room in here, which looks pretty nice, I think. And a little view over the street here. Wouldn't complain too much. So yeah, and then we have like a liquor cabinet or for wine or something like that. And then there's a stair going up here. I like this little plateau here. And then it wraps around and you get to a little family area, like living room thing. Just to sit down and chat. And then we have the master bedroom in here for the parents. It's fairly big and nothing to complain about. You got some nice shelving units for clothes, areas to sit and stuff like that. So it's really cool. And then up in the attic here we have beds. A lot of beds. They have many kids. And the 2 beds over here. And then there are 2 beds over here, and then there's just like some storage and stuff happening here. Yeah, like to just put stuff up here that doesn't have any other place in the house. So we close the door, we go down here, and we'll get to move around. So we'll go back down this way here, across the brothel, and across a little plaza here, and then back around, and then we can check out the shop for this building. So this guy is like a tailor, like an exclusive tailor perhaps. He's utilizing his location close to the rich area and is making like the finest garments. And as you can see, some of them is on display here, and there's like a lot of textiles and different clothes hanging up here, and here we have rolls of different kind of textiles as well. And then this looks like, for me, this is a fishing rod, but it does kind of look like a needle with some thread. So I'm just kind of imagining that's a needle with some thread, and he's making clothes from that, tailoring with that. So yeah, that's the little shop he has in the basement here. So that was the first 2 buildings. Let's check out the green one. This is actually a pretty cool one. This is a little tavern. So you just come in here, there's a little bar in the front here. You can get something to drink, maybe some simple stuff to eat as well. And there's a stair going up to the residential area. And then there's like just seating areas, and then there's this cool like semi-elevation. This entire area is built in a slope. As you could see, like the first 2 buildings, the back and the front wasn't on the same level, and this goes for here as well. So we have to like move down this little staircase and get these massive windows looking out, which is pretty cool. And there's areas to sit here, a nice big fireplace, and just like a cozy little tavern for the people of the area here. And then there is a staircase going up. So here we have a kitchen area for the family running this, which is alright. And then the master bedroom is back in here, like 2 beds or a double bed, a little desk. Maybe there's a little bit of accounting to do or something, math to make sure that it's running okay. And then yeah, the ladder is here, so there's a ladder going up again to the attic here. Yeah, so then there's some beds over here for the kids, and they also have just a beautiful view. They can see straight into the port city. So you can see like all the stuff coming in, the traders and stuff. Very cool. And then there's just some storage over here, like clothes and ale maybe for the bar, and food, all the kind of stuff. So that's this house, and then there's one more house, which is the herbalist we're gonna check out. So we close that door. Then we have this one, nice and like red framed with white Tudor, so that's kind of nice. In here there's like a little, I guess, a shop. There's some herbs hanging up here at least. You could get some shelves and stuff. And then this is cool, and again, it's built on a slope, so we have to get some kind of elevation happening inside the main floors. So there's like, yeah, there's a stair going up to the living quarters, but then there's like a ladder going down, and this lift, so you can lift up barrels and stuff of things. And there's some storage in here for different kind of herbs. And if we go out here, we have like a small herb garden, and I think that's kind of cool. Just like small farms inside the city itself, it adds so much. So here we have just like herbs growing all over the place, looking pretty fancy pansy. And then we have this little yeah, shelter for them. We can dry them and stuff like that, just store them. So that's pretty cool, like that. But let's go back inside, shall we? And let's go up this little ladder and go up to the residential area. So here we have the kitchen. We have a big fireplace or oven, I guess, and then some yeah, areas to make the food on. And then a dining room in the back here, which is pretty big and it's looking pretty fancy. And then the view would just be out on the street here, so you can sit here and just look at people walking while you eat. Not too bad. And then there's a ladder going up to the top floor. This is where we have the double bed for the parents, so we have that over here. And then we have 2 beds for the kids of the family. And I feel like it is quite empty up here, but I just couldn't find a way to make this look better. so please forgive me, guys. This is not the most detailed interior I've ever done, but it gets the job done in a way, so I'm not complaining too much. Yeah, so that is the houses for today. Let's go out and check out just like a quick flyby of everything here, so we can get a final view of it. And that, my friends, is going to be it for today's episode. Please do hit the like button and consider subscribing if you haven't. And I will see all of you guys later. It's been Viggoman, and I'm out.